Hey guys, this is Superstar0717 here with another update of my Karakuri deck. Let me go through the monster lineup and explain some of the changes that have been made from the last video. I'm running 3 Komachi, 3 Soldier, 2 Strategist, 2 Merchant, 2 Kuick, 2 Pashuul, 2 Cyber Dragons, and 2 Veilers. For the spells, 3 Cash, 2 Instant Fusion, 2 MST, 2 Machine Dupe, 1 Pot, 1 Enemy Controller, 1 Book, 1 Mind Control, 1 Limiter, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Trunade. And for the traps, 3 Decrees, 1 Reinforced Truth, and 1 Torrential. So the first change that you'll notice is that I have taken out Hypa from the monster lineup. Hypa was good, I'm not gonna lie, he was a 21 beater, but the fact that he changed to defense and didn't change back to attack when he was attacked really killed the card for me. Along with the fact that he was an easy bottomless target, as well as, with everyone running D-Prisons and Mirror Forces, the chances that Hypa would ever really get off a really clean attack were really slim to none. Usually every time I summoned him he got bottomless or warninged or whatever. Well, I mean, Karakuri Soldier can get warning, but for the most part, Karakuri Soldier really gives you a good first turn set. You can set him, set a decree. When they attack him, bring out Nishipachi, switch their monster to defense or attack, activate your decree, and then go off next turn. Soldier also is a good target for Cash. A lot of times when I was playing Soldier, if I didn't choose to attack because I thought they had a D-Prison back row, I would change him to defense, and then he would just be, he would just be attacked and then destroyed. Whereas Soldier, I do get the +1 off of it from, the search. Usually I search for one of my tuners, and for that reason I do believe that he's a better pick than Hypa. Another thing you'll notice is that I'm not running the 3 and 3 of Merchant and Strategist. A lot of really successful decks have, however, for my playstyle, I do believe the amount of tuners that I'm playing already is enough. Strategist is good at 3, is going to be better at 3 when Exceeds come out. However, for now, Strategist is good at 2 for me, as well as Merchant. Merchant is a really strong open when you can Merchant, search a Cash, and if you already have one in hand, you can set up your Black Rose play for next turn. However, you can also set up your first turn Nat Beast. However, late game, he's a terrible top deck, because if you already searched out all your caches, he has to attack. And a 500 monster, usually, especially if you're playing GKs, you have to swing into a 25 defense spy. That just sucks. So, Merchant, is good at 2, he's not that great at 3 in my opinion. Another change that you'll notice is that I'm running 2 Kuick instead of 1. Kuick is just so good for going Landois main phase 2, and also just for getting out an extra normal summon, especially if you have Kuick and then Ninishi in the graveyard. You attack with your Kuick, bring down their monster, special summon Ninishi in defense, activate her effect, and normal summon, and then you can, that was a big problem with this deck, was going into Trishula. You can go into Trishula, you can go into Gothams, you can go into Miststorm, among other things. You can also just go into Landois and have a monster in defense on your side of the field, so that's pretty good. You'll notice that I'm running 2 Cyber Dragons and 2 Veilers over 2 Ninishi and 2 Granel. Granel was a good card, mind you, early game only. Mid to late game, when you have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 life points, he becomes more of a handicap, especially when you have him in hand and they're not destroying anything. Whereas Cyber Dragon, and you couldn't set him if you really needed to set something. You just have to wait for them to destroy something. And in my opinion, he's more of a reactive card instead of a proactive card. With Granel, you really have to wait for them to blow your stuff up. Whereas Veiler, when they go off and try to activate stuff to destroy your field, you can just discard it and negate it. And preserve your field, which was a huge issue that I had with Granel, is that you have to let it get destroyed. It doesn't negate the destruction. Although there have been times when I have Black Rose and then Limiter Granel for game, I do believe Veiler gives me a better matchup against Sabers and Samurais, so I'm main decking 2 of those. And the other problem that I had with the deck was Ninishi. He was good going off and overextending, however, Cyber Dragon allows you to preserve the monsters in your deck and save them for when you really need them, and he allows you to go off into pretty much every to all the Karakuri synchros. And he doesn't really promote overextending, and also when you top deck a Cyber Dragon late game, it's really good as opposed to top decking a Ninishi with nothing on the field. With the Cyber Dragon in hand, you can at least put up a wall or attack their monsters, depending on what you have set up and what they have set up. And for that reason, I do believe it's a little bit better. And you don't, like, for example, in Ninishi, you really need to have Ninishi in the hand to make him amazing, whereas Strategist, you can just special summon Cyber Dragon, normal summon Nishipachi, then sink into 8. I tested out 3 Instant Fusion, however, after a while I noticed that it was really always in my hand when I needed it, and opening up double Instant Fusion really sucked. So for that reason I dropped it down to 2. Also late game when you're sitting on 3,000 life points or 2,000 life points or even like 1,200 life points, going Instant Fusion really is a risky move that, you know, I'm not really comfortable making. Especially with decks that can just Black Rose like every turn on the drop of a hat, basically, with debris and all the other crap. So I did drop it down to 2 again. Also MST. Against the Dragoonity matchup and the Gravekeeper matchup, I would just get the shit beat out of me by that. I know I could side deck it, but MST's been doing pretty well main decked. I lose the benefit of being able to hit multiple cards from the deck, however I do gain the benefit of being able to hit something before they have a chance to chain to it. So for that reason I do believe it is a better card for this deck. Especially against Dragoonities, because they plus like crazy off of that field spell, and if I can just make them discard and then destroy it, they go -2. And it's just a lot better than letting them do that all duel long while I'm sitting on a Nobleman of Extermination in hand. I believe the rest of the deck is the same as it was before. And so there's not really much explaining to do. Later this week I will do a video explaining the pros and cons of main decking Cyber Dragon in this deck, a post in Ninishi, and I will have an alternative to the Pashuul Reinforced Truth tech video up if I get those cards in, or if not I'll just use my computer. So here's the update on the deck. If you guys have any comments or fixes that you would like to see, hit me up with a comment or a message. And always rate, comment, subscribe. Whenever I make changes to this deck, I will try to keep you guys updated with the current build. So this is the build right now for, I think, June 11th, I think. Maybe that's the date, 12th, 13th? I'm not sure, let me check. Sorry, yeah, June 11th. Anyways, it's my birthday later this week, guys, so thanks, and I'll be updating you guys with everything else.